Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Hybrids, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about experience I had, maybe two experiences depending how long this video is, but I'll be talking about this main experience about when I was working for Party City. And at Party City they got me doing like various jobs, like from restocking to down facing to straight out just greeting and like cleaning the toilets. But this one happened while I was greeting. So I was greeting that day, and it was about in October, near near Halloween. So everything had to be moved in the first aisle. Like we had to move some of the stuff to the second aisle, because no, the third aisle, because the Halloween section took up not only the room near the near break room, but it also took up aisle 1 and 2. So half of aisle 2 on the right side was Halloween. The rest of it was things for November. And so that day I was greeting, and I'm only 2 weeks in. Still don't know anything that much of where everything is still, because we're just moving them slowly inside the aisle. So everything was switched around, but I knew like what general like idea of like what would be in certain aisles. And I was walking everybody in. If you know what a greeter does, they basically say, "Hi, welcome to Party City," every time someone comes in, or when somebody exits. "Hi, thank you for shopping at Party City. Have a nice day," or "Have a nice night." I was greeting everybody in, and today it was like filled, like it was packed. It was like a few days, maybe like a week or two before Halloween. And so I was greeting people, and these two this guy comes up to me and asks me, "Hey, do you know where to find the plastic spiders?" And I point him in the direction of aisle 1, because I've seen some plastic spiders in there. So I told him the direction, and he came back saying, "Do you know where else they might be?" I said, "They might be like in the front." Told him like they might be in the front, near the cash register, but other than that, no, I don't know. And I guess he didn't find them. And so his wife, I'm guessing it's his wife, she got mad, and she told one of the managers that I didn't know shit about what I was talking about. And she complained about me. She complained about me to the manager, and how I didn't know shit. I should know this. And crazy enough, the manager told her that it was my second week into it, and that it takes more than 2 weeks to get to know everything. And then I didn't know any of this was happening. All I know is that I pointed him in the wrong I pointed him in the direction I thought where it was, but apparently that was wrong. So when I was still greeting the people, she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, just ignore them." And I was like, "Who?" And she points to the people that I basically pointed in the direction of the plastic spiders. Well, I told her, I was like, "What happened?" And she said that she complained about me and how I didn't know shit about everything. And she basically explained how I didn't know everything, and that she stuck up for me. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." So then later, I was actually kind of like smiling, because like I've never had a complaint like that. And then I also find out that oh, hold up, I'm going off. Oh, I'm going off. She actually gave me like a mean old stare. So I went on about my day, and so I was talking to some other coworkers, and they were telling stories about bad experiences, and how like this grumpy dude was getting mad, and so like I think he started yelling, and then he started getting mad at the other customers, and like the management had to get him, like told him to leave. So after they were done telling some of their stories, I told mine about that day, and they were like, no way. They said no way, and I told them, I was like, yeah, it actually happened. And they were actually quite surprised. They were just in disbelief that it happened. I told them that was the first time it ever happened to me. Now the second story I want to talk about was, it was same month, same time of month, and this guy was looking for I think a Freddy Krueger costume. So I pointed him in the direction. He was like, hey, do you know where the Freddy Krueger costume is? I said, yeah, it's in the back. It should be in the back, in the wall. No, I think he was looking for he was looking for a mask. So I pointed him to where, like, this, it's near the back wall. So I told him it's near the back wall. It should be right next to the costumes, the female costumes, female kid costumes. And he was like, okay. And he starts to walk off. And usually people, when I tell them that, they usually just walk off. They don't expect me to like help them, unless they're like, can you please help me? Then yeah, I'll help them. But usually they just walk off to go look for it themselves. But since I was like walking away, this dude, I don't know what happened. He just got mad, and he told me, he was like, are you gonna help me? I turned around, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. So then I go and help him, and I told, he's like, where's the Freddy Krueger mask? So I tell him this is where it is and stuff, but I don't see it. So then I realized, so they started to move stuff while I wasn't there. And it started confusing me. So, like, they would have the makeup that was in this black room. I think it's called the Halloween room. They'd move it from the Halloween room to the front. And that threw me off. So I told him, I was like, yeah, sir, I don't know. I can go ask. He was like, okay, can you go ask? I said, so I started to go to a manager and ask. And they told me that they ran out of the masks. They can't do anything. So I go back and tell them we don't have the masks and we ran out of them. And he was like, do you have the accessories? I told him if we do, it would be with the mask. But since we don't have the masks, and since it's right here, and the only accessory is the Freddy Krueger ones, I'm dosing it. So I'm sorry. He was like, can you go ask your boss? I go ask my boss again. He tells me, nope, they're sold out, they're gone. And then I come out and I tell him, and he tells me, can you guys get are you guys gonna get an extra order? I told him, no, we can't, because after we sell out from the mask or the whatever we sell out from, like the costumes, we don't get another order until they don't get another order until next year. So I told him, I told him, like, basically, yeah, we won't get it till next year. And he was like, man, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And he started getting mad, started cussing and stuff. So then I walk away and I went to go do something else. I don't quite remember, but I remember I was doing something else. And then he tells me to come over again, and he's looking at the wall of a costume, and he finds the costume he wants. What they do, I don't know if you guys went to Party City and ever bought your costume, but when they have the costumes wall, they tell you what size it is. Now there's I think the plus, and then the triple or double large. I don't remember. But all I know is that the large, the standard adult size was gone. And he told me, well, you think this will fit me and stuff? And I was like, I don't know, you may have to try it on. He was like, but do you think it will fit me? And I said, sir, I don't know, I can't tell. I mean, you can try it out. And he was like, okay, I want to try it out. So then I told him what size he wanted. I said, there's only standard, I think triple large, and then plus. But I told him that, and he was like, can I get the standard? I 3-digit number that was on the wall, and to give it to the person that was basically at the kiosk to print out, like, this little receipt that you go get your costume. And he told me you can't go in the back and go get it. I was like, no, you gotta go get the ticket. And he goes over there, gets the ticket, and he tells me there's no standards. And I said, yeah, if there's no standards, then we're not gonna get some until next year. He was like, man, are you serious? He starts getting pissed, starts cussing again. And at that point, I just don't know what to do. So I walk off, and he's just staring, staring at the wall again. And he calls me over, and I go to him. He was like, "You think the plus size would fit me?" And I'm like, "I don't know, sir. You have to try it out, cause sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It all depends. They could be too big or too small." And so he was like, "So, you think a plus size will fit me?" And I said, "I don't know, sir. You can try it out if you want." He was like, "I don't want to try it out." He was like, "Is it for fat people?" And I told him I don't know, cause I honestly don't know. I never seen what the plus size looks like. And he starts getting mad. He was like, "That's for fat people, man. That's for fat people." He keeps on saying that. He was like, "This is for fat people." And he goes to someone on the phone. He was like, "They have the suit, but it's for fat people." And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, bro, can you be any more insulting? Dude, that's like messed up. He was doing it in front of the customers, yelling out loud as well. So I decided to tell him, hey, why don't you just try it out, see if it would fit. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I tell him to go to the guy again at the kiosk and get the ticket. He goes and gets the ticket, and he goes to try it on. And I see him. I was like, "Hey, did it fit?" And he was like, "No, that suit's for fat people." So those are my bad times that I had at Party City. So yeah, that may be the end of the video. To be honest with you, I may make another one, another story time about my Walgreens. Walgreens, yeah, probably Walgreens, because I think I have one interesting story at Walgreens. That's it. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for so much for watching, and have a good. What am I? Okay, dude, this isn't my stream. Hold up. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye, you beautiful bastards.